assistant coaches from the Atlanta Hawks, Brendan Surr, Don Chaney, and Brian Hill, and the head coach of the Eastern Conference team from the Atlanta Hawks, Mike Fratello. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the presentation of our colors by the United States Army Color Guard posted at Fort Sheridan. And now to honor America with the singing of our national anthem, Grammy Award winner, Al Jarreau.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Then, oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the
The 38th annual NBA All-Star Game is sponsored by the Heartbeat of America, today's Chevrolet. Converse, the first name in basketball, official shoe of the NBA. And by Miller Brewing Company, sole sponsor of the U.S. Olympic Training Center.
We're back in Chicago Stadium on CBS Sports for the All-Star Game about to begin. The East in the white, the West in the traveling red. And Bill Cunningham, how cool are these players when they come on the floor to start this game?
I'll tell you how cool, Dick. I can remember coaching in an All-Star game where the players, we had to call a timeout after 2 minutes because they were hyperventilating. You know, the nervous energy, the buildup, they're trying to prove to the fans and the coaches that selected them that they're worthy of this honor.
Two veteran officials are working the game, Darryl Garretson and Jake O'Donnell. O'Donnell, by the way, worked the previous All-Star game here at Chicago Stadium back in 1973. Bill Oakes is the alternate. Underway. And Larry Bird makes the first steal. Loops it in. And we may have had a problem with the clock as Jake O'Donnell goes over to the scorer's table. Who is he going to alley-oop to?
Manute Bol, but he's not here. I don't think Jordan could have gotten that one.
No. Hey, but a lot of the press corps could have.
You think Manute could have gotten that one?
Maybe.
Maybe.
We also had a buzzer sound, so we have a stoppage of play. And there's Larry Bird, the Freeport shooter, and he said there's no question what he wants to do in this game. He says, I think our job is to get the ball to Michael Jordan and get him into the game and get the crowd into the game.
Yeah, he just feels that it's Michael's hometown, and he'd like to see Michael achieve that goal, the MVP. One thing that coaches have to do, and I think they'd emphasize before the game, is let's play very unselfishly, because what we have out here are great scorers on the court, so they're going to have to play together and sacrifice a little bit on the court.
Such a thing as being too unselfish?
You might see that early in the game.
And they go to the loop pass. It was short. Thomas going to Jordan. And here comes Matt Lieber. Snubbed a year ago. He's an all-star now. So already we have a lot of shooters, but we see a little defensive aggressiveness by the East.
You know, right off the bat, Pat Riley asked the players yesterday, who would you like to match up against? And Magic Johnson said, I want to play Jordan.
They double team, and on the pick and roll, Karl Malone gets the first basket of the ball game. And you saw a very fine look at Karl Malone in our pregame show. Lever is on Isaiah Thomas. Jordan guarded by Magic. He got free and missed the shot, and here's a 4-on-3 for the Western Stars. English didn't have control, and Jordan makes the block to Wilkins, open court.
He would have won the dunk contest with that one yesterday.
Hakeem comes back, and we've got an exciting start to this one. Olajuwon, the starting center. Malone is all alone. And a block by Hakeem. He got a piece of the ball from behind. Great defensive play by Olajuwon. And Malone scores. And if this pace continues, maybe we'll hit 200 or something.
Well, we'll see substitutions very quickly at this pace, but this the nervous energy that's being worked off by the players.
West with the lead inside Wilkins, and the East All-Stars are getting free inside.
Well, just good execution with their set offense.
Lafayette Lever, Malone outlets, and it's picked off by Hakeem Olajuwon. And that's because they haven't been around to practice much. A little mix-up there.
Right, and out of sync. In one area that the coaches, they only have an hour's worth of practice time that yesterday, is they work on their set plays offensively. They have no time to review a defensive philosophy.
Isaiah Thomas. I'm surprised at the reaction Isaiah Thomas got there. He's a native Chicagoan, but you heard some boos by Chicago Bulls fans.
Well, I think that stems because a couple of years ago in an All-Star game, people questioned, did Isaiah freeze out Michael Jordan? And I don't think the fans here in Chicago forgot.
English from Pat Lever. And that's a story that simply has not gone away. 2.5 minutes elapsed in the first period.
Now, we haven't seen Larry Bird get involved at all offensively for the East team.
He's posting up against Karl Malone now. Thomas, and a good switch. Malone is all over Isaiah Thomas. 1 second on the shot clock. Bird gets it off in time but misses. And here's another 4-on-2 break. And a foul called inside. Pat Riley said, look, if we ever have a problem, look for Lever or English, the Denver players. They're always on the wing.
Look at this guy, Jordan, come across and block the shot. You know, he's known as an offensive player, but right there shows you the defensive ability. Here's Lever swinging the basketball, looking inside, fine pass to English.
Lever makes the free throw. So Pat Lever, who was snubbed a year ago and leads the NBA in triple doubles. That's points, rebounds, and assists. He is only 6'3", and is one of the top rebounding guards in the league, if not the best. 3 minutes gone by. The West with the early margin. And a foul is called. The first foul called against the West Stars, and that'll be against Hakeem Olajuwon.
You know, you look at the matchup. There's Moses and Hakeem. You know, Moses got Hakeem started in this game of basketball. Worked with him down in Houston. Almost adopted him as a son.
Michael Jordan from outside. They played in that gym down in Houston, Texas. Here is Malone. Here's Olajuwon out of nowhere, and the basket counts, and a foul. Hakeem Olajuwon, by the way, was the third highest vote getter of all the All-Stars. We know about Jordan and Magic Johnson over 1 million. It was Olajuwon who was third.
And there's Olajuwon beating Moses at his own game, getting to the offensive glass.
Larry Bird picked up the foul, and Olajuwon misses one, and the West lead is 4. Thomas trying to go the distance, loses it. Moses Malone gets it back. And Isaiah Thomas, you'll see this fella, this 40-year-old fella soon, Kareem, as the ball is knocked out of bounds, controlled by the West. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, by the way, was in a hotel room. He had a bad throat. They didn't think he was going to play, but he says he will. As will James Worthy, who's been bothered by tendonitis of the knee, 2 Lakers. Karl Malone wearing Pete Maravich's number, as you heard. Thomas No foul. Lieber comes out with it. Magic